Hey guys, and welcome to another Your Tech Report video. Today, we're going hands-on with an all-in-one video streaming solution that will not break the bank, and that is SlingStudio. Before we get to the unboxing, let me remind you that if you're not already subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be instantly notified anytime we've got a brand new video to share with you, just like this one. And subscribing to our channel helps support everything that we do. So thank you for doing that. So, have you wanted to stream video? Lots of people want to stream video. It seems to be easier these days because you can use your smartphone and stream things to Facebook Live, to YouTube, etc., etc. But what if you want to take things to another level? Well, that used to cost lots and lots of money before SlingStudio came to the table. Now, Sling is the same company that brought you the Sling Box and Sling Media. They're the company behind this, so you know that they have got streaming down to a science. So let's talk about SlingStudio while we actually unbox this. This comes with several components here, okay? So we've got the main SlingStudio hub, which retails for $999 US. This is the main hub where everything connects to. It creates a Wi-Fi hotspot itself, and various other elements plug into this hotspot to give you your multi-camera feed. Well, how do you get other cameras involved? And how do you actually put a stream together? Well, this is going to be your brain. You're going to connect to this with a computer, an app on your PC or your Mac, or even an iPad app that'll actually let you control things like the text on the bottom of the screen, the lower thirds, overlays, graphics, etc., etc. This is the brain that's going to handle that. Accessories that come with this that really make the whole package kind of fun is the USB expander, which we're going to unbox as well. Then you've got cam links. These are very cool devices that will connect to any DSLR camera or any camera that has an HDMI output, and it'll bring that camera's feed into the SlingStudio environment. You can actually go to myslingstudio.com. We'll put that address down below in the description, and you can see all these accessories. You can put a whole kit together. They even sell a specialized backpack to carry this stuff around. Let's start with the hub itself, okay? So the hub itself is the brain of this operation, and your phone can be one of the cameras in this multi-angle broadcast setup. So if you've got a spare phone lying around that's got a decent enough camera on it, and these days most cameras in the past couple of years, or most phones in the last couple of years have a decent enough camera on it, that can be part of your multicam environment. So if you've got a minimal budget and you want to do things on the cheap, and I'm saying cheap in terms of price, not quality, you can use any smartphone that you have now and just get the hub for $999, and you're up and running on the races. You just got to maybe get a couple accessories to mount your phones to different things in a room. So to give you a perspective, I mean, this is my hand, this is the hub. It's not very big. It's made out of a nice kind of plastic material. It's got the SlingStudio logo on there. On the front of it, you've got a power button, you've got your internet connected button, so it means you're actually connected to the internet, recording button, and an SD card slot. So there's actually an SD slot that you can record directly to here, all the multicam feeds. So if you've got 4 feeds coming in, it'll record the isolated feeds for you. On the back, you've got a USB Type-C connector over there for that extender. You've got HDMI output if you want to watch this on a monitor. You've got HDMI input, so you can connect a camera right to it. So right there, you have a cam link built in. You've got a line in for audio, and you've got a power adapter on the bottom there as well. So you can actually power this with a AC adapter. In the box, we've got an AC plug. We've got the power brick. So let's start with the first accessory here. The first accessory we have is the USB-C expander. So the USB expander has a lot of options here. So you've got the Ethernet port there, so you can connect it to the internet that way. You've got 2 USB 3.0 slots over there as well, so you can plug in an external hard drive. So you plug this directly into the USB-C slot in the back, and that's where you connect your Ethernet, so you can stream over, gigabit Ethernet or whatever hardwired Ethernet connection you want to plug yourself into, which is really cool. So that's the USB-C expander accessory. Now we move on to one of the cooler accessories that I think is one of the more essential accessories if you want to take things to another level. This is if you want to plug in a GoPro, plug in a DSLR, plug in any kind of external camera into your multicam setup with SlingStudio. You're going to want to get one of these $349 cam links. So how it actually works is really simple, and I'll give you a demonstration on this here camera. So this is a Canon SL1, Rebel SL1, EOS Rebel SL1. I don't have a battery in this right now, but as you can see on this camera, on most DSLRs, you've got an HDMI output, a micro HDMI output here. You've got some audio out, you've got some stuff going, of course, interchangeable lenses, and here's the actual cam link itself. The cam link itself, a small box, maybe about a quarter of the size of the actual SlingStudio itself. You've got a power button and a battery meter on the front of this as well. This one doesn't, it has a charge. You can see it has a charge and a battery meter there as well. On the back, you've got a micro HDMI input, and you've got a micro USB charger, so you can actually charge this micro USB. In the box itself, I'm assuming we're going to have some cables in here, so let's open this up. Got the manual, We're going to get into the box itself here. So what comes in the box? So we've got a bracket mount for a hot shoe, so you can plug that into a camera. I'll show you that in a second. And we've got a micro D to mini USB cable right there. Micro D to mini USB cable. And we've got a micro USB. Oh, it's a 5-foot USB cable for actually charging this. So we'll put this aside for a second. We're going to slide this into the actual hot shoe on the Canon. We're going to tighten it. So now your camera has this weird looking kind of hump on the top, but this is what creates all the magic, because this connects wirelessly to the SlingStudio hub. So now we take that micro USB cable, micro HDMI cable, sorry. We're going to plug it into the top of the camera link over there, and we're going to take the other side, and we are going to plug it into the HDMI out of our DSLR. It's a short cable, so it's not going to get in the way. And this now, if there's a battery in this camera, is a wireless camera for your production. So now I've got two things set up. I got two cameras set up. If I had a smartphone, I could add a smartphone to the situation as well, and I could see my 4 camera setup. So let's get an iPad. Let's get this working. Let's get this set up and see how this works. So everything pairs to the SlingStudio with what WPS. It's kind of the same protocol that devices can connect to Wi-Fi routers. So we've gone ahead and customized the SlingStudio to our SSID, so it has our name, it has our password. We've connected one of the cam links over here. It does a firmware update when it does connect. So when it's connected, you see the battery on the top here. We've gone ahead and charged the camera, so that camera has battery power. We're now finishing the second update on the second cam link. You can see it does the firmware update right there. So once that is there, we're going to be able to see these two cameras in the actual app itself. And I found a cable to connect the GoPro. Remember the GoPro I couldn't connect? Well, I found a cable, and I'm using this cable directly to connect the GoPro directly to the SlingStudio box itself, which is really cool. So the GoPro right now cannot be wireless unless I get an adapter to use it with the cam link. But so far, so good. We're getting this all set up. It's restarting the camera link, at least the second camera link. And once it resets that camera link, we should be able to see the image from both cameras in our studio. So right now we have cam link 1 and 2 all set up there. So that's good to go. We're going to go back to the kind of dashboard. And right there in the dashboard, you can see that we've got 2 camera feeds available. So let's see what's going on here. Are we still recording on the iPad? We are still recording on the iPad. So let's switch back to the iPad kind of point of view. So now we've got the Canon in our hand. It's kind of portable. I'm going to see what we can see over here. No card in the camera. That's okay. So you can see here the second camera on the iPad is actually showing me, is actually live streaming directly to the app itself, which is really cool. Then what else do we have here? We've got the GoPro. The GoPro is hardwired into the actual cam link itself, so you can see that one on the top. That's the GoPro at the top. It even says HDMI in. So for that, we'll just kind of point it at my computer over there. And then we've got this other image over here, which is another Canon 80D, which is all set up as well. So what happened there on the second camera is that it timed out, so I'm going to hit record, but there's no SD card, so we're going to get it there. So we're going to add another camera if we want. If we had another cam link, or if we had the smartphone app, we can connect it directly to this as well and have our 4-cam setup. Active video sources are right there on the top. We've got video clips if we wanted to. So we're going to switch the graphics over here. You can see video sources. Let's go to the main screen here and let's see if we can drag an image to preview. Okay, we just dragged an image to preview over here, and if we want to stream this, we can hit preview to program. Please create or open existing project. So let's create a project. We're going to call this test. Video production, we're going to say, okay, internet 720p, television 1080p, Pro 1080p 60. Let's go internet 720p. We can control the bit rate over there, which is pretty cool. Recording options, program, quad view, video sources, and line audio. So we don't have any line audio in there right now. We'll get that after as well. Save project to SD card or USB. We don't have an SD card as well in there. We're going to have to put an SD card in there to make this happen. So give me a second here. Okay, we just popped an SD card into the front. You can see that it now says EOSD. So we're going to save here. set up your storage. Let's set up the storage. So it's going to format the storage, obviously, for use on the SlingStudio. Lots of steps to get this going, but once it is going, you're pretty much off to the races, because everything is automatically connected for the next time and will be up and running in no time. Still got the GoPro feed going on here. We've got the Canon EOS SL1, which is going to be fun as well. It is a process, but you're doing this process with me, and we're going to get this down for you as well. Do you want to configure audio sources? No, thanks. I'll do audio sources later, so you can choose which camera it actually takes the audio source from, which is kind of cool. So let's see. So preview to program. So right now, on the bottom here is the program feed. So this is what's going on here in the program feed. If we wanted to drag this over here, that's the camera feed, and we can actually switch it down to program. So now that's program. We can cut, dissolve, wipe. So let's add a dissolve here. So let's bring this feedback up here, and we're going to go preview to program. So it's going to dissolve it. You see how it dissolved on the bottom there? So lots of cool features here. We're going to play with graphics. We're going to go in depth in this, and I'm going to try to record as much as I can and give you a real good point of view as to how things work. We're going to get a fourth device set up here. We're going to use a smartphone, maybe the LG V30. We'll set that up as a dedicated phone to use for this actual setup. It is the SlingStudio. Head on over to myslingstudio.com. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, please. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. By subscribing, you're helping to contribute to everything that we do, and we love doing it for you guys. Thank you for watching. We will see you on the next video.